Hey Scorpio, how's it going? This is now the third. This is gonna be the third time I've tried to upload your video. I tried twice the other day, and then I was like, okay, that's gonna have to wait for a little bit because I got other shit to take care of. So now we're back. Inshallah, it works this time. So the message I'm getting for Scorpio for right now is you really need to work on you got to start communicating some things. I know you're very psychic. Everybody knows Scorpio is one of the most psychic signs. But what happens when you think that everything you think of gets transmitted telepathically to the people around you who matter, whether it's your job, your family, your love interest, whatever. They're not always getting it. And even if they are picking up on it because you have a strong telepathic connection, ooh, it's really warm in here today. Even if they are, people like that, they like to be talked to, believe it or not. I know, spooky. As a Taurus, I'm horrified to learn this. But, you know, people need that connection. Even if the messages are getting through, you're communicating your shit, you're picking up on their moods and needs. It's just something people fucking like. To know, to hear you verbalize that, you know, the things that are important to you, I want to hear about them. What's on your mind? Tell me. They like that connection, right? And vice versa for you as well. It's like you got to start talking. You can't expect everybody to read your mind all the time. You have to just like let some of the shit out. And the other thing is like, you know, Scorpios actually, they're high key stressed all the fucking time. Because, why are these so sticky today? Because they keep so much, well, you're overthinking, you keep so much fucking bottled up inside. And it all turns into steam. So you got this slow boil going on inside you, basically, right? Like, because you guys are the only sign that's both water and fire, right? You'll have one octave and then the other end, right? One is fire, one is water. So literally what's happening is this shit that you keep fucking bottled up inside. Yes, I swear, if you're somebody that's not into that shit, please just find a different reader. I'm not going to take it personally. Please don't take it personally that I'm cussing. Anyways, so it's this slow boil. You got to learn how to let out some steam. But however, what is going to happen is you're going to need to practice first. Like little bit by little bit, let it out. Because if you let it out all at once without practicing how to let it out in a measured way, what happens when, like, if you're pouring, let's say you boiled some noodles, right? And you're pouring into the pot and, or you're pouring the pot of water out to strain the noodles, right? What happens when you get in the way of that steam? You get fucking burned, right? People will get burned if you don't learn how to let the steam out in a careful way. Basically, I don't know, start by journaling. You know, start by writing little notes to people. Don't let it, you know, that's what happens. That's why people talk about Scorpio being scary because they let it build up into this explosion and then they let it out. And then people get fucking 3rd-degree fucking steam burns and shit. So the other thing is like, it's just, yeah. It's when the people around us feel like we're not communicating with them, and then the connection starts to kind of weaken and break apart because there's let's call it a long-term communication breakdown, because again, people like to have that communication, right? They like to have that connection. They like to feel like their concerns are important to us, and they like to know the lay of the land. You know, that's the other thing. It's like the secrecy is not super helpful if it goes on too long. So that extended communication breakdown can lead into a total breakdown of the whole connection, right? And we don't want that either, unless we do. And then there's a way, you know, there's ways to do it quicker than letting it drag out. So what we have for you, this is very interesting. Like a lot of imbalance here. We have the 2 of Swords in the reverse. And the Magician. Trying to create something and really being unclear as to how you're gonna go about that. Feeling kind of like your power is depleted. But also just, it's like wanting to move forward with this so badly that you'll kind of, if you don't get a clear idea of how you want to go about this, you'll do it in a deceptive way. Let's rethink that. Because what we have next is the Queen of Wands. But also she's coming out together with the King of Swords in the reverse. So we're talking about, if this is both, and this would make sense because we're having a lot of like on the board, it's like every other card. One came out as they're paired up. It's like reverse, upright, reverse, upright, reverse, upright. So it's like you just have this major back and forth energies. These are literally like the only way that this could get more like canceling, like they're kind of canceling each other out. The only way we could get more is if it was like maybe the King of Cups or the Princess of Cups together with the Queen of Wands. Again, feeling unclear, feeling really ready to move forward with something, super passionate about it, but again, feeling super unclear as to how to move forward, really stuck. Maybe there's external circumstances literally just preventing you from planting these seeds, right? Going about this new project, starting a new relationship, or ending one. It could be, I mean, there's quite several swords on the board. Walking away from something, but then being stuck in it too. Is the path, if this is a relationship, if you're watching this, and this is you that's resonating, Are you having a hard time walking away? Like, is the pussy that good? What's keeping you there? Because it's also very volatile. That's air, air and fire. This is flames. Do you just like the drama? Is this like a toxic codependent thing that you're going through? Come on, Scorpio. Because then we can literally, the next shit is, and yeah, okay, it's a relationship for like 90% of the people that are watching this. And then for the other 10, maybe 15% that are going to see this, it's some kind of financial project that you're wanting to go forward with, but you can't for whatever reason. You're unclear about how to, or external circumstances are preventing it. But this is definitely looking like a relationship for a lot of you. 7 of Pentacles upright and the 7 of Swords in the reverse. This is a bad, then followed by the Lovers in the reverse. This is a shitty relationship. It's very imbalanced. It's super volatile. There is lying. You're both lying to each other. There's probably a lot of infidelity happening. If this was, and I'm not even criticizing you, honestly, like, it happens. Shit happens. We get wrapped up sometimes. Like, it happens to almost everybody. Like, so many of us, even if we're not, like, I'm not a codependent person, I'm not a toxic person. Well, we all have times when we are, like, involved in a toxic situation or we're participating in toxicity. It happens. Like, so I'm not criticizing you, but, like, stop. And just, I'm not saying stop it right now, but, like, literally stop yourself and take a breath and, like, sit down and be like, what is this? Like, really try from a calm place to look at what it is. What am I doing? What am I doing to this person? What are they doing to me? Like, a lot of times we stay because, yeah, when it's bad, it's really bad. But when it's good, it's really good. Like, yeah, I care about this person. But if you can't get it together, if this is like, it looks like shit that's damaged beyond repair. You're both going to keep going back and forth, trying to get back at each other, not getting over the past hurts. And then the cycle is just going to keep repeating. The cycle of deception, the cycle of, like, trying to hurt one another. Literally, I split the deck. Who do we have? The Emperor and the Queen of Cups. A couple, right? I mean, I know a lot of, in this context, a lot of the time, Emperor is a great card, right? In this context, he's demanding, cruel. He'll inflict damage if he wants to, because he's like, I'm the one in, overbearing. And the Queen of Cups in this situation is going to be somebody who's, like, just real emotionally unstable. Here we go. Just a couple cards of advice for you. And they just go back and forth. They go back and forth with each other. Earth and water. Conflicting elements. Yes. Yes. One more. Ah, that was 2. Well, we'll take the one that didn't. Yeah. Yep. The Well. You really need to spend some time, like, looking within here, okay? Just sit down with yourself and please, like, again, don't judge yourself. I'm not judging you. It happens to almost everybody. You're going to go within and listen to that inner voice, and then patiently decide, or patiently await for your moment, because she's not distressed. She is blindfolded, so she's not super sure which way she's going to go. But she's waiting to hear that, that inner light bulb, that inner ding, the microwave goes off. It's done. It's over, right? Because what you're going to end up seeing is that, you know, 10 of Wands, this is more of a burden than it needs to be. It's become more of a burden than a joy at this point, and I'm going to set it down. So I hope this helps, and I will be back in a week. And, you know, happy November. I hope happy birthday. Happy Scorpio season. And I am still giving personal readings, so if anybody would like to book with me, you can find my email in the description box below. Sending you guys a lot of love. You can make the best decisions. You can make healthy decisions for yourself and for others, okay? You can do this. All right, bye.